Welcome to Actual Scale Modelling. For my next build, I'm building this Airfix Sherman crab tank scaled 1:76. So this is yet another 176 build for my 176 series. So inside, what do we have? Well, we have the instructions, obviously. Oh, the decal sheet, tiny little decal sheet. The obvious paraphernalia that comes with it. I would imagine these are going to be simple instructions like the other 176. Yeah, not a lot to do on it as such, but you can pack incredible detail into these small kits. The paint guide here, well, looks like it's just one variant. And the actual kit itself, take it out the box. So we have the top of the hull, turret, and the sidewall of the hull, the wheels of course, and the suspension springs on the side, the track. Not exactly sure what these are. That'll probably be for the crab unit, the minesweeper type thing, and I would imagine that's the same for that. So as you can see, that's the entire kit there. Not a lot in it. The mould looks quite nice though. There's a bit of detail on the actual hull. So that's it. So I shall go over and prime this as always, and then we'll carry on with the build. So first of all, I'm painting the wheels and just roughly painting these with the UA734 on black. So next for the wheels is Umbro 86 by olive, and that's for the centre of the wheels. In fact, this is the colour I'll be using for the main tank as well. For the track, I'm using Umbro 113 Rust. I should have done this with the other tracks that I built in this series, but I'm putting the rust on, and once I put the rust on and that's dried, I shall go over it with the one of the metal colours to make it look like a usable unit again. For the idle wheel, it's a Umbro number 53. That's meant to be gunmetal. It's not an excellent gunmetal colour, to be truthful with you, the Umbro. I tend to use this colour as a dull metal colour. Now onto the track. I'm just cleaning, putting a bit of paint on, cleaning the excess off the paint, then just rubbing it along the track. And this will start to give it the metallic look that you need to the track. And of course it will dull down the rust colour as well, so it doesn't look like your track is full of rust, unless of course you wanted that colour. But when you're doing this, use an old brush. This is a very old brush. This used to be a flat edge brush like this, but after a long while, a year or so of using it, it's lost its shape, and I made it lose its shape purposely for this, and that way you can stab at it and do various things with the brush till it's like this. And this enables you to put on very thin laser coat in a circular motion. If you've watched my tutorial how I paint yellows and light colours, you'll see what I'm on about. That gives it a really even coat and an appearance of it being airbrushed as well. For good definition of colour, the different shades, increase the pressure on the brush to add more pigment. So you see there, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, I'm doing it and it's got a lot darker there to compare to a bit light. That's by digging in the brush like so, and that just makes it uneven, because obviously you don't want a perfect finish for something like a track, and that's the track done. So time to assemble the wheels. So I've already done one. The hole here is a bit tight, so if you can just, might be wise just to open them up slightly. So I'm doing that just by placing my knife into the hole and twisting it around. So you want them just to fall on. You don't want to have to push them, because there's a chance that you may break the stem, and you don't want that. So a tiny bit of glue on each central part and a bit on the column here. And then you take your back piece. You probably will need tweezers for this. Lay it on the central piece for the stem of the wheel first, then just push down. So now to build up the wheels inside the unit, we've got these little parts to go on first. Now there's a series of holes here. So look at the instructions, see where each goes. This part goes on the first hole. They go on a certain way, so make sure that you have got them aligned properly. Put in your wheel. So if you notice there, they're going in the opposite direction, but of course when you put them on, they'll be in the same direction. So the assembly of the drive wheel, first of all, a bit of cement there, and the tape, and this just pushes on like so. Then the actual inner part, that just goes in there later. So that's all wheel made up, ready for the track. So onto the track, I'll just cut this in half. Then next you close it up. There's a little recessing location point here. And then you take a metal object and using a paint stir and a lighter or a heat source anyway. Get that nice and hot, then just lay it down. Okay, it's set now, so take a bit of track on. Make sure that you put the joint up at the top, because you want to see the joint. So I'm starting with the drive wheel and finishing up on the idle wheel. And that's the track on. Now the instructions say that put these on later, but I always find that it's easier to put them on now. So start fitting the straps out, and there's just a little lip there that sits into. So now for the bottom plate, this just fits on. Line that up with the front, then just gently push it down. So I made a slight mistake. That shouldn't have gone on first of all, because the back plate won't go on. So it's no problem. Because these are still sitting, I was able to move it. So I'm just placing this in here, twisting it around, putting it in its housing, lining it up. There's a couple of little bars that points that it goes on to. It's very tight fitting. There we go, that's on now. and then I'll just reattach the bottom plate. Well, I'm going to bring this part to an end. I'm initially going to do it all in one video, but there's a bit more process in this little kit than I initially realised, so it's better to split it up into instead of having one big long video. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the other builds in this series, the 176 series, or indeed the other builds on my channel. Subscribe to the channel for the updates, hit that like button, and of course you can leave a comment. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.